We don't have trains today. We destroyed the trains. We destroyed the hospitals. We destroyed road infrastructure, drainage system, bridges, they're falling. We haven't progressed, but I can tell you, which is sad, whenever white people leave an African country, that country becomes a hole. You can check, even go Haiti, even go Harlem, they leave the city, it becomes a ghetto. And what does it say about us? What's that saying about us? We need to be honest, and look inward. All the suburbs that were built during apartheid. We're chasing them. Parliament, union buildings, hospitals, stadiums. Yeah, it is sad.
Sure. This has got to be the saddest thing I could ever listen to. And many people, especially those who have been brainwashed by Marxists, they are just taught to just start insulting and never answer the question, was anything he said not true? It's true. You can't argue with a single statement he made. You can get angry, but you can't argue. And the only arguments you can come up with is, no, it's because I'm a victim. No, it's because I'm angry. No, it's because my history. Sad. So, we are faced with a choice as a country. Are we going to let this ship sink, or are you going to be part of making history in South Africa? Let me give you my biblical reaction. Everything we are suffering is because of Marxism, neo-Marxism, critical theory, critical race theory, which says everything must be divided between black and white, victim and victimizer, oppressed and oppressor. And everything that the country has been doing has been going through the lens of transformation, which literally says they are oppressed and oppressors. Timothy says, I charge you before God and the Lord Jesus Christ and the elect, that you observe these things without prejudice. Without prejudice. See, if you listen to the language of politicians, comrades, revolutionaries, and fighters, you would swear that the person we were reading who said, I don't have food for my kids, does not exist. Because every white person is prejudged as privileged. Every black person is prejudged as underprivileged. I'm not underprivileged. I'm not disadvantaged in any way whatsoever. I don't want a BE deal. I will not be applying for the Transformation Fund. I don't want funding from government. Not only do I not want it, I find it insulting. I'm not disadvantaged. Don't you ever prejudge me because of what color my skin is. I'm super advantaged. I'm ultra advantaged. Oh, it's because you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. See? The revolutionaries, the fighters, the comrades have so brainwashed our people that if you hear a black person talking like this, you think they got something. No. I got something here. But he says, doing nothing with partiality. South Africa is on the verge of repeating the story we've seen up there, to where all the chiefs of victims, kings of angry infants, are busy now trying to tell us Traore is a super wonderful thing to look up to. How low can your standards get? How pitiful can your vision be? And of course, most of it is built on ignorance. And of course, there are some good things happening, but that thing's going to end in tears if you know anything about how economics work. And besides it going to end in tears, and of course, you are pre-programmed by the Pan-Africanists to say it will be the CIA. No, it's just whatever's happening, there is a mess going somewhere to happen. It never works like that. It's never worked like that in history. So we have a choice as South Africa. I think I want to just make 10 statements and I'm out. It's not justice if your fairness depends on your feelings. Treating people differently because of history is not justice. It's just dressed up bitterness. If your justice picks sides, it's not justice. It's just politics in drag. Equality before the law is biblical. But envy dressed as policy is devilish, it's ungodly, it's wicked. This transformation thing is not about lifting people up. It's just twisting and swapping, switching who gets pushed down this time. So revolutionaries have been lying to people because they turn grown citizens into perpetual victims. This is not justice. This is not redress. It's emotional daycare. It's psychological, political crutch. So, dear South Africa, anger is not a strategy. Envy is not economics. And victimhood is not leadership. So, here's what we have. On this video, we spoke about the two types of parties we have in the country: builders and venters. Builders want fairness, but venters want favors. And they wrap it up in righteous language. So, using historical guilt as a policy crutch breeds dependency. And in the end, it leads to famines, not godly justice or real solutions. So, for those of you who think you can still play this black-white, blah, blah, and divide the country up, black-white, and then sometimes, and I guess they say Indian and colored fits within black, blacks in general and Africans in particular. Why do they do that? Because it's Marxism. They have to divide into two. Even when there's four. They're blacks, whites, colored, Indians. Those are the major groups in the country. They've got to say blacks in general and Africans in particular, so that coloreds and Indians are just used as non-human fodder to push a Marxist agenda. So if you're going to keep going with this black-white Marxism, critical thing that you get from Pan-Africanists, from comrades, from revolutionaries, here's what happens. And you think in the end, somehow, one can suffer without the other. Don't bother looking for your own elevator. because we all either ride up together or we crash in the basement together. We are in one lift. If you look at the history and the time of South Africa is not a black country. And if you insist that it is, well, let's repeat what all those SH star THOLE countries have accomplished after their independence. But to believers, this is what I'm going to say. No man can serve two masters. He'll either love one or hate the other, or he'll hate the other and disrespect the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. So, thank you very much. Every now and then, our faith gets shaken, but we win.